Welcome to Toronto, everybody, at the Scotiabank Arena. The Florida Panthers, the defending Stanley Cup champions, face the Toronto Maple Leafs here in their home arena in Toronto, Ontario. The rematch of the 2023 series as we're underway here. And welcome in, everybody. I'm Max. Delighted to have you with us here on our coverage here on the MHS network. And it's going to be a very good matchup. I commentated some of the series games from the 2023 second round when the Maple Leafs finally made the second round, since the first time since 2004. And what a series that was. It was a 5-game series. Florida won Game 3 in overtime and then won Game 5 in overtime. Toronto stayed alive with Game 4 win in Sunrise, Florida. We have some news here. Chris Tanev has returned from an upper body injury, a 6-game absence, and he is back with his Toronto squad. This is going to be a very fierce matchup, and these teams are going to see each other again on April 2nd and 8th. So for the next remainder of the season, basically, they're going to have 3 games in that span of the rest of the regular season, and it's going to be a very fierce competition for the top of the Atlantic Division, as Florida is leading the Atlantic Division right now by 2 points on Toronto, and Toronto's looking to make ground here and trying to take that top spot going into the playoffs, and it's going to be a very tight battle. So we'll take a short commercial break. We'll be back with more with the puck dropping next. We're back, everybody, and welcome back to Toronto, Ontario, and we're going to have our starting goalies for tonight. Sergei Bobrovsky, 27-14-2 record, goals against average of a 2.51 goal against average. Pardon me here, as it's going to be pulled up here. .907 save percentage, shutouts of 4. That's going to be your starting goalie for the Panthers tonight. Stolar started in net, 13-6-3, 2.33 goals against average, save percentage. We don't want you, Bobrovsky. .921 save percentage and a shutout of 1. And he'll lead the way here as the goalies for Toronto have not been great since the Four Nations face-off. Barkov against the Maple Leafs, 12 goals, 22 assists in 37 games, which is an insane stat to just begin with. Against one team as we're underway here in Toronto. It's sent back in by Tanev, rimmed all the way around. Played off the wall by Jones. Seth Jones coming to the trade deadline for the Panthers. Tanev Passes it for McCabe behind the net. Almost intercepted there. Tanev tries to move it up. He passes it to Matthews. He spins around, checking, and it's cleared out of the zone from center ice. So Verhaeghe, Barkov, Reinhart, top line for the Panthers. Looked like it was going to be an offside there, and it was no whistle. Seth Jones with the puck between the circles. Stretch pass did not connect. Off the boards, Carlo will play it, and it's cleared out of the zone. Sent back in again by the Panthers, played by Stolars. Knocked down was McMahon, down low, Lundell, a shot. Deflected wide of the net, Carlo. And Morgan Riley will flip it all the way down for an icing on Toronto. And that's 1:06 into the game. So the Maple Leafs take an icing early on. And these Panthers are very dangerous. Defending Stanley Cup champions, adding some good pieces at the trade deadline. And this is going to be a very good Panther squad going into the playoffs, trying to defend their Stanley Cup, obviously. And it's going to be a tough task at hand for sure in the East. Maple Leafs trying to make a long run for the first time in forever, basically. The longest run they've had in the recent years was back in 2002 when they made the conference finals. Lost to Carolina in 6, which Carolina is also dangerous, too. Adding some pieces, traded away Rantanen to Dallas. Dallas is going to be very dangerous in the West, too. McMahon will chip it in from center ice. Forsling will pick it up. Off the boards, Ekman-Larsson will rim it all the way around. And intercepted by Seth Jones, who will clear it out of the zone. It's going to be an icing, maybe. Yes, it will be. So, an offensive zone face-off for the Maple Leafs. Playoff coverage will start soon of the Stanley Cup playoffs in April. I think we've heard a date of April 20th. I think that was a starting date on an ESPN broadcast. So that's when it looks like we're going to start the playoffs, as Bennett will flip it out as the Panthers win the face-off. Here's Nylander moving in. William Nylander looking. He circles around. Pass across. They score! John Tavares makes it 1-0 Toronto. 2 minutes in. What a play. The pass from the D zone. Nylander with some patience, battling, checking, and Tavares on the back door. What a pass to Tavares. And Tavares one-times that into the net. John Tavares makes it 1-0 Toronto, 2 minutes into the game. And we're back as the puck drops again. So the 1-0 lead for Toronto is crucial here. They're trying to tie in the points against the Panthers in the Atlantic Division for the top spot in the division. Here's Kampf moving in. Kampf angled off. Kampf looking in the corner. Still loose. Holmberg will rim it all the way around back to the blue line and out of the zone. No one was there at the point. Riley. So that was the first shot for the Maple Leafs in the first shot of the game. And it goes into the net. John Tavares with the goal 2 minutes into the game to make it 1-0. Toronto hits 27th of the season as they move in onside. The Panthers trying to move it in, and it's cleared out to the blue line and out. Lawrence will play it. Steven Lawrence will send it back in from center ice. Bobrovsky tried to slow it down. Matthews trying to get it away from Mikkola. Verhaeghe in the corner. Chips it to the line. Nyes held it in. Now Tanev trying to pass it back to Nyes. Couldn't go. Nyes and a save on the doorstep. Matthews to the line. Chris Tanev across. McCabe fakes a shot. Looking for an option. He rims it around again. Back to Tanev and out of the zone. Marner passes it for McCabe. Along the boards. Chips it in from the blue line. Kulikov trying to get it. Nyes intercepts. Verhaeghe, a huge hit by Max Domi. Reinhart 3-on-2 the other way. Reinhart centered and it deflected wide of the net. Mikkola, Stolars out to play it. Bad pass to Benoit. They were on the same page. Goes back to the blue line. Lundell's shot deflected. It was blocked out in front. Benoit angled off by Verhaeghe, but it's cleared out by the Maple Leafs as Balinskis will play it off the boards and sent back in by Rodriguez. And a fight at center ice. It's Schmid and Domi. Domi's getting the better of him. He is throwing rights like crazy. And wow, that was a quick fight. And Domi hyping up the crowd. So a fight, not even 4 minutes into the game. And the crowd goes crazy here in Toronto. Wow. Out of nowhere, everyone started standing, and then everyone at center ice, I believe that's Ty Domi in the crowd. Domi had laid that huge hit on Verhaeghe earlier on the same shift. Huge hit. And then Schmid didn't like that. And Domi was having enough of that, and they both decided to drop the gloves at center ice where the Maple Leaf is at. And Domi was getting the worst, or was getting the best of Schmid, and multiple rights. Schmid couldn't even get his balance going there. And, man, Domi was throwing some haymakers right there. Off the face-off in the Maple Leafs zone, won by the Maple Leafs. It's cleared out, the zone out to center. Yarncroke will send it back in. Forsling, we had that crazy game yesterday with Detroit and Buffalo where there was multiple fights. Nylander trying to center it again for Tavares. Could not connect. Nylander in the corner, behind the net now. Nylander on his backhand, looking. Shot, save by Bobrovsky. Jones trying to clear it, and it's cleared out the zone. The record when scoring first for the Maple Leafs is 24-5-2. Along the boards, Carlo trying to get it. Kampf couldn't get it along the boards. It's jammed up along the boards still. And it comes free for Stolars, who will play it off the glass. And it goes into the crowd. Will that be a delay of game? I don't think so. It rode off the glass. So I believe it's just going to be in the Maple Leafs zone. But another nice patient play by Nylander. And he passed it for Tavares. That's the goal for the Maple Leafs on a one-timer by John Tavares. That's one of the best passes I've seen in a while. William Nylander helps out Tavares. 1-0 Toronto. 27 goals against the Panthers for Tavares and 17 assists in 48 games. Kulikov across. As a shot from the blue line by Mikkola was blocked out in front. Heavy traffic out in front of the net. And Kulikov will pick it up again. Kulikov moves it up. Boquist, and now it's Lundell trying to send it in deep. Jammed along the boards. Comes free. Kulikov's shot misses the glove side of Stolars. And Luostarinen couldn't hold it in. Kulikov will send it back in. Rimmed around. McCabe couldn't get it. It's still loose and it's cleared out of the zone. Out to center. Sent back in again. Bobrovsky. Out to play it. Verhaeghe. Clears it out to center. Ekman Larson out of Benoit. Benoit will send it to Nyes. Now to Matthews. On his stick. Had some pressure there, and it's taken away here by Verhaeghe, who passes it across for Seth Jones, and a pass back. Sent back in by Forsling. It deflected in by Verhaeghe. Benoit couldn't get it. Reinhardt along the boards. Gets crushed and cleared out of the zone. Jones, now to Forsling, deflected at center. Back into the zone onside is Verhaeghe, and a shot. Just missed the net wide as it deflected off a Maple Leaf defender. Barkov couldn't get it, and Benoit will clear it out of the zone. Scott Lawton coming in the trade. Gives Mikkola a bump along the glass. A backhander was stopped from the side of the net by Sturm. Here's Balinskis, a one-timer, and it's blocked out in front. Didn't get enough on it. Balinskis gets it again. Pass across. A shot. Stolars with a save on the glove side. And we'll be right back. 1-0 Toronto. Nylander to Tavares. 1-0. The Maple Leafs lead. We're back, everybody. 1-0 lead for the Maple Leafs. And a beautiful setup by William Nylander to John Tavares. And deposited home for a 1-0 lead. And the Panthers down early on in the game. A fight already. Max Domi. And I believe it was Schmid who was in the box. And they're going to be serving their 5-minute majors that they get when you fight. It happened at center ice. As off the faceoff, the Panthers win it. They're in the Maple Leafs zone as Mikola's shot was denied there by Stolarz from the side of the net. So a save there, and we'll get another faceoff in the Maple Leafs zone. Maple Leafs are 9-3-1 since January 30th, and just traveling a lot. 18,001 kilometers, I believe, have been traveled for the Maple Leafs. Shots are 4-3 in favor of the Panthers right now at the moment. Tavares at the faceoff dot wins the faceoff against Bennett. Ekman Larsson passes it for Nylander, who has been probably the best Maple Leaf on the ice. He turns it over, though, at center. Bennett can't touch it up. It would have been offside, and Nylander touches it up again. At center, Ekman Larsson back in his own zone. It's Carlo now, deflected back into the zone. Bobrovsky punches it away. And Kulikov tries to pass it. Instead, it's going to go for an icing with 12:53 left. So, the Panthers with some great moves at the trade deadline. Marchand is now a Panther, which is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. That was at the dead end of the time expiring at the deadline. As McCabe won the faceoff, shot was blocked out in front, and it's cleared out to center again. Tanev sends it back in, deflected back in, so no icing. Bobrovsky will rim it all the way around to the blue line, held in by Matthews, just barely. Jones and now Forsling behind the net. Passes it up. Sent back in again by the Panthers. Reinhart trying to get it along the boards. It was Verhaeghe, and now it's Barkov. Now to Jones. Shot. Missed the net wide. Forsling. Now down low for Barkov in the corner. Now to Jones. He let it go to Reinhart. Not on the same page, and it goes back into the Panthers zone. Reinhart behind the net. Behind Bobrovsky. Now it's Forsling. Forsling behind the net. 8 minutes have passed here in the first period. The shots are 4-4 and a 1-0 lead for the Maple Leafs here at home ice. Riley, now Holmberg. Pass back. And it's deflected back in by Carlo. Kampf along the boards. Rimmed it around. Carlo. Holmberg. Now in the corner, Lawrence. And now it's picked up here by Boquist for the Panthers. Boquist will send it back in. Carlo. Drop pass. Kampf gets it back for Lawrence. And Holmberg trying to battle with Mikkola. Mikkola goes down behind the net. It's been a physical matchup so far in the game. McCabe to the blue line. Benoit tries to send it low. McCabe trying to get it. And it's forced back out to center. Benoit having some trouble with it, will send it back. Deflected across. Ekman Larsson tried to slow it down, was, I believe, McCabe. Or McMahon, pardon me. Stolarz behind the net. Deflected to the corner. Didn't cleanly get it out of the zone. It's still loose in the corner, where it's fought for at the moment. Greer trying to get it. He gets it free, though. Rimmed all the way around by Gadjevich. And Marner will clear it out of the zone. Kulikov on his backhand, getting pressured by McMahon. Kulikov gets it behind his net. He's surveying his options behind the net here. Behind the cage of Bobrovsky. It's Barkov now from the pass from Kulikov. Reinhart will send it in from the blue line. Deflected around. Verhaeghe's slow shot. Paddled away there by Stolarz. And Nylander can't clear it. He was pressured along the boards. Chris Tanev getting chased there by Reinhart. Deflected to the blue line, not out. Verhaeghe's shot wide of the goal. Reinhart will rim it all the way around. Hit on Chris Tanev by Barkov. Tavares will chip it out of the zone. Out to center. It's still loose. Fought for. Comes free. Barkov will circle back. Almost too many men there for the Panthers. Forsling at the top of the crease, and now Jones moves it up. Here's Bennett into the zone. Bennett left wing. Bennett, a shot in the slot was blocked out in front. Rodriguez behind the net. Centered! Could not go. And it goes all the way out to the center ice. Balinskis will get it again for the Panthers. Balinskis. Rodriguez will send it back in again. Carlo. And a stretch pass here for Matthews. Could not connect. Nyes will pass it back. Riley. Morgan Riley with the puck in the circle now between the dots. And it's deflected back in by Lawrence. Balinskis couldn't clear it. Kampf. Now to Lawrence in the corner. Lawrence trying to center it. Goes for Holmberg. Holmberg along the boards. Trying to go back for Ekman. Larson wasn't on the same page. Stolarz looking. Passes it for Benoit. Benoit gets pressured by Lundell. Lundell poking for the puck in the corner. Comes free. Lawrence will chip it out of the zone on his backhand. And Kulikov will pick it up. Trying to clear it. Will not be cleared yet. Kampf looking. Centered. Shot! Oh, it just missed wide by McMahon. Deflected as a penalty upcoming. 8:06 left, and Gadjevic did not like what happened there, and I believe the Maple Leafs have taken a penalty. I believe that's what the case is. Yes, it will be. The Panthers will be going to the power play when we return. Panthers power play upcoming here as the Maple Leafs take a penalty. I believe it was goalie interference was the believed call, I believe. And it is goalie interference. And the Panthers, the power play, Camp at 11:54 takes a goalie interference call. Yep. Why is he in the crease? He just goes through there. Yep, that's goalie interference. But after the great chance by McMahon in the slot, and the power play for the Panthers have been pretty good. 12th ranked. The penalty kill for Toronto, 16th in the league. Bennett along the boards, not held in by Jones. It's going to be whistled on the offside. 12 seconds into the power play. And nothing has developed here yet, obviously, as they could not hold it in at the blue line. Defending Stanley Cup champions for sure want to have that top spot in the division. If they win tonight, they will have a 4-point lead in the Atlantic Division. A lot of big games here tonight. Columbus is playing against the Golden Knights, trying to keep their playoff hopes going as they're in the second wild card spot, but a bunch of teams behind them trying to get into the playoffs as well, as the Rangers trying to do so as well. The Red Wings, the Canadiens, a bunch more behind them. Ottawa playing as well tonight against Boston, trying to extend their lead in the wild card spot to try to solidify a playoff clinch. Barkov. Bennett to the line. Jones held it in. And another. Oh, no, it goes into the bench. Looked like it was going to be cleared, but deflected into the Toronto bench. And hopefully it didn't hit anyone on the bench there. It doesn't look like there was anyone that got hit. Aaron Ekblad is out tonight because I believe he did get suspended for 20 games on Tuesday for drug enhancing abilities, as he's been dealing with some injuries. Shot from the line by Jones is blocked and is cleared. He was taking drugs to try to enhance his play and try to get rid of the pain from his injuries he's been dealing with, and he's suspended for 20 games. The Panthers only have 18 games left in the regular season, so he will miss Game 1 and 2 of the series that the Panthers will be playing. Samoskevich goes back to Jones. Sets Jones across for Bennett. Couldn't connect the pass for Barkov across the ice. Barkov now to Jones. Bennett tries to go low. Samoskevich will get it again in the circle. Down low. Samoskevich to Jones. Jones, Barkov shoots! Saved by Stolars. Tanev will clear it out. Off the boards. 20 seconds left to go on the power play here for the Panthers. Schmid. Pass across through the middle. One of the Panthers went falling down with Lindell. It goes off the boards awkwardly, and Verhaeghe trying to send it in low. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. To the line, Rodriguez. Across. One-timer! And it's blocked. Power play is now over. Deflected. Whistle. 6:04 left in the opening period. .604 left to go in the first period, and the Maple Leafs with a good penalty kill there. Not saying that the Panthers did not have their chances, but they only had one shot on that power play. Not the best. Shot from the line was blocked out in front. The Panthers have been winning the majority of the faceoffs here to start the game. Domi chips it. No icing. Had enough on it. Greer. Trying to get it away from Tavares. He will. It's chipped out. Sturm across. A shot was blocked. In the corner. Rimmed all the way around again. Held in at the line by Greer. Sends it low for Boquist. Intercepted. Ekman Larson trying to get it. Still loose in the corner. Sturm. Greer trying to get it. Tavares now passes it to Riley, who has to go back for it. It's going to be an icing here off the boards. 5:18 left in the opening period. .518 left to go. First period, 6-5 shots favoring the Panthers. And it's going to be Tavares and Barkov, I believe. And the face-off won here by Tavares. Along the boards, Riley. Cleared out of the zone. Balinskis will send it back in from center ice. Stolars couldn't slow it down. Riley. Now it's Reinhart behind the net. Reinhart on his backhand looking to center it. Goes back, shot. What a save by Stolars on Balinskis. Another shot. Wide of the goal by Verhaeghe. Now to Barkov along the boards. Looking to center it for Reinhart. He did. Didn't have much control on it. Verhaeghe's shot was blocked out in front by his own man out in front, Barkov. We'll get it. Down low again for Reinhart. Could not connect. and it's cleared again. Out to center ice. Schmidt will play it up. Verhaeghe's shot wide of the goal. Nice. Now to Matthews. Austin Matthews. Look at him go. Austin Matthews looking. Got it poke checked away. Picked up here, and it's going to be a whistle. Believe it's caught on the offside or a hand pass. 4:17 left to go. The Maple Leafs up by 1. We'll be back with more after this. We're back, everybody. 1-0 lead for the Toronto Maple Leafs with 4:17 left to go in the first period. The 1-0 lead going to Tavares, the goal scorer, to make it a 1-0 lead for the Maple Leafs. And we'll see if the Toronto can extend their lead before we go to their intermission. We'll have our intermission report coming up next here on the NHL and MHS. The shots are 7-5 in favor of the Panthers as they win the face-off here. Along the boards, it's sent back in. Bobrovsky will cover it with 4:08 left to go and a little bit of pushing and shoving right afterwards. It's a shot back in. As it was shot in, it was gloved by Bobrovsky. And this is Lawton's first game as a Maple Leaf here at Scotiabank Arena. He had played on the road with the Maple Leafs when he got traded here from the Philadelphia Flyers. And this is his first game in the blue jerseys and here at Scotiabank Arena here in Toronto, Ontario. And it's played here, Lundell. Lundell will move it in. Right wing shot. Blocked into the crowd and out of play into the netting with 3:58 left. Toronto trying to build on their lead. And we'll see if they can continue that. They've done well so far. They've only limited the shots to 7-6 for the Panthers. I mean, they don't have that. They're one shot off. This is just a completely tight game right now. Both teams are pretty good, fighting for that top spot in the Atlantic Division. Jones' a shot from the blue line was denied by Stolarz with 3:53 left. And it's been a situation in Toronto. Stolarz and Joseph Wool, they've been dealing with bad games, having not good save percentages. See who can start. Who is the goalie going into the playoffs is what they're trying to figure out here in Toronto. Seth Jones, now to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe along the boards. Verhaeghe gets pressured a lot. Tanev takes Reinhart into the boards. And here's Mitch Marner the other way. Mitch Marner will chip it. Trying to go past Forsling. Forsling angles him off. Forsling trying to get it. Barkov, and it's moved up here. Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe will send it back in from center ice. Stolarz gets a piece of it. Reinhardt trying to get it. Where's the puck? It went out of play. Hit the netting. 3:22 left. So we get another whistle. And we've had multiple whistles in just 1 minute of game time. Shots are 8-6 in favor of the Panthers, and some physical play in this one. We've already had a fight in the beginning parts of this game, but now it seemed to level down a little bit. Trying to get to their games here at least. Toronto scoring first at 2 minutes. John Tavares, who is taking this face-off, does not win it though, but he was the goal scorer for his 27th of the season. That shot from the point was deflected wide of the net. Benoit will get it. Simon Benoit will move it up into the zone. Yarncroke holds up and waits. On his backhand will pass it for Ekman Larsson along the boards. Gets crushed. And it's deflected out to center. Could be a 2-on-1 here. Bennett waits, drags, shoots, save. Rebound still loose. Where's the puck? It's still loose in the crease. And it's still loose. They're jamming at it. No one knows where it is. It's still loose. Stolar is trying to get it. It's finally covered. Oh my, I thought Stolars had covered it before, but now it was just sitting there for a solid 10 seconds. It was under Ekman Larsson. Where the puck was, it was scrambling. It was ping-ponging around, as you could say. And no one knew where that puck was. The referee knew the whole time. It looked like Stolars had covered it before and then lost it. And with 2:44 left, a close call by Toronto. And Ekman Larsson didn't like Samoskevich, and he punched him in the face. Oh, my. And then Samoskevich gave him a whack, a slash to the leg. So it's going to be a penalty here on Ekman Larsson for roughing at 17:16. And it's going to be another Panther power play. And Berube does not like the call at all. He's arguing with the referee here. He does not like this call at all. The head coach of the Maple Leafs does not like this at all. Off the faceoff. One here. 0 for 1 on the power play of the Panthers. Matthews will clear it out of the zone. The captain of this Toronto squad gets a huge clear on the second power play, or second penalty kill for the Maple Leafs. Jones will pass it back. Barkov now the Reinhardt. Samoskevich. Pressure to the line. Marner trying to get out of the zone. It is cleared. Barkov into the zone. Drops it off for Reinhardt. Reinhardt, right wing, drops it off for Jones at the point. Sends it low. Samoskevich on his backhand. Now on the forehand. Rebound, score. Bennett. Power play goal. And it's tied up at 1. A late power play in the call that Berube did not like. Sam Bennett on the rebound puts it home. And it's 1-1 with 2:07 left. Samoskevich on the initial shot. It was loose and Bennett jammed it in on the rebound. And a huge goal by the Panthers levels this one. Sam Bennett on the rebound. And Sam Bennett gets a huge goal for the Panthers as they level this 1-1. And a huge goal in the grand scheme of things. The shots are 11-6. Favor the Panthers. They're 1 for 2 on the power play. And we're having some trouble here. We're having time back on the clock. Probably a second or two. But they're taking a long time waiting. I believe it's just the time on the clock. And we dropped the puck again. So the leveled. I don't know what I'm saying. That's going to be another icing here. It's a leveled game here. 21st of the season for Bennett on the power play. And the initial shot by Samoskevich and then the rebound buried by Bennett has leveled it. And Stolarz almost made that save too. He would have kept it out. And unfortunate there. Left Samoskevich just driving to the goal. 11-6 shots favoring the Panthers. And the Maple Leafs have kind of cooled down on the offense. They haven't had a shot in a while. Kulikov. Boquist will send it back. Kulikov now to Mikkola. He'll chip it back into the zone. It's still loose at center ice. Picked up here and passed back for Kulikov. He looks for options. He passes it across, now through the middle. Into the zone, Lundell drops it off. Samoskevich trying to center it, deflected away. Here's McMahon the other way for the Maple Leafs. Will chip it in from center ice. McMahon trying to get through. He almost did. Seth Jones in the way. Forsling. And now Tavares trying to steal it away. Goes low for Jarnkrok across, and McMahon's shot was blocked. McMahon will rim it all the way around again. Forsling trying to get it. Goes back to the line for Tavares. A pass across for Tanev, a shot. Deflected. Jarnkrok behind the net. Tavares will get it again in the corner. To the line again. McCabe. Nylander. He shoots, and a pad save by Bobrovsky through traffic. Tanev again at the blue line. Off the skate of Nylander. He gets possession. Tavares. He delays. He's pressured. Tries to drop it off for McCabe. Tavares will get it again. Nylander. Sends it low. Reinhart intercepts. Tavares couldn't get it. That was a long shift there for the Maple Leafs. A good one, but couldn't convert. Reinhart pass across, did not connect. At center, it's intercepted as a clearance attempt by Toronto. Balinskis. Now to Schmid, who will send it back in. Benoit. It's sent back in again off the corner boards. Rodriguez. Now Barkov. Balinskis into the zone onside. 13 seconds left. The pass for Barkov did not connect. 8 seconds left. Matthews chips it. Back into the zone. 5 seconds left. Still loosened along the boards. That's going to end the first period. It's 1-1 tie here in Toronto. The shots were 11-7, and Toronto could have gotten the lead right back, but couldn't convert on that long shift. And we'll have our first intermission report coming up next here as the Maple Leafs 2 minutes in made it 1-0. Tavares, the goal scorer, but then Bennett ties it with a power play marker. We're tied up at 1 after 20. We'll be back with more with our intermission report coming up next. We're back, everybody. Intermission report here on the NHL and MHS. We welcome you in, everybody who have decided to join us here tonight. We thank you all for watching at the moment, and appreciate the support that you've given us throughout this year, this season. And let's go over the first period stats here. As let's pull this up. Give me a second. Here's our first period here. The shots were 11-7 in favor of the Florida Panthers. They get the majority of the shots after Toronto had taken the lead. And that was at 2 minutes. John Tavares with the goal. Let's show you the goal visualizer we have here. This is the best way we can show you the goal. Benoit at center with a good pass to Nylander. And then the Nylander with some great stick handling and patience. Beats through Greer. Finds a wide open Tavares in the circle on a backdoor feed. A one-timer by Tavares is put home, and it's 1-0. 2 minutes in on they say a wrist shot. It looks like a one-timer to me. But, hey, whatever. 27th of the season for John Tavares. Nylander with the assist, and Benoit gets the assist Power play that was kind of controversial. Berube didn't like the call at all. It was after a scrum, and they gave Toronto an extra 2 minutes. Bennett ties it up on the power play on the entry here. Barkov had passed it across to Reinhart. Jones finds Reinhart and found a wide-open Samoskevich. And Bennett on the rebound puts it home on the power play marker, his 21st of the season. Samoskevich and Reinhart with the assists, and it's all tied up at 1. At 17:51, the goal happens. And, yeah, it was a pretty good one as well. So Bennett, goal scorer, ties it up, but the Panthers had just been striving after that Toronto goal, and they had just dominated, in my opinion. It was just domination after the Toronto goal, and had a bunch of penalties. Fighting. First fight here in Toronto in a while, for me at least, watching these games. And it was Domi and Schmidt, and Domi had basically the advantage. The funniest thing was, I was watching a Ty Domi video with the fan going into the penalty box and trying to fight Ty Domi as he squirted water on them. And Domi gets in a fight here, and I believe Ty Domi's in the crowd here tonight here at Scotiabank Arena, so that's pretty cool. 1 for 2 on the power play of the Panthers. No power plays yet for the Maple Leafs, but you probably don't want that. It's been red hot as of recent times, as they've been red hot on that power play. The hits, 19-9 in favor of the Panthers. 8-3 block shots favor the Maple Leafs. 5-2 the giveaways favoring the Panthers, and no takeaways. Previous matchup on November 27th was a 5-1 win for the Panthers in Sunrise, Florida. These two teams match up again on April 2nd and April 8th. So, pretty soon again for these two teams in April. See what the Atlantic Division is going to be like in April. We'll be back with more after this on our intermission report. Back on the intermission report, everybody. We're welcoming you back in on the first intermission report. Let's give you what is going on in the National Hockey League in the score department, as the Great One is going to be playing tonight, so that's going to be very interesting to see. Let me refresh this. Hold on. So we can get the scores here. My goodness, Ottawa is crushing the Boston Bruins. Boston only has 4 shots on goal in the game against Ottawa right now, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Senators. That one was, my goodness. Tampa Bay and Philadelphia are tied at 1 after the intermission. Pittsburgh's up 1-0 against the Blues. The Golden Knights are up 2-0 over the Columbus Blue Jackets, and no score so far in the Oilers and Devils game. That's happening, and we still have more to come. Rangers, Wild, in just a few moments, and then 2 late ones. The Great One trying to get some against the Kings. Kings trying to improve in the Pacific Division. Blackhawks and Sharks, the Tank Bowl. And, yeah. Those are the scores in that around the National Hockey League. We'll see what's happened here in this second period, but we'll catch you in the second period when it occurs and the puck drops again. Second period coming up next on our NHL and MHS coverage. We'll be back. We're back, everybody, for the second period here in Toronto. Welcome back, everybody. And, 1-1 tie here. Tavares with the 27th of the season. Nylander, Benoit with the assist at 2 minutes. And then Bennett ties it up at 17:51, I believe, around that time. And the second period about to be started here. In the last game, a funny Superman punch by Benoit on Kesselring against Utah. Maple Leafs won that game in the shootout. His finger was out of place, or his thumb, and he pops it back into socket. A Superman punch. And I watched that live, and that was honestly the best thing I've seen in a while. A Superman punch. It's ridiculous, but it's funny. He pulled the Roman Reigns. Oh, ridiculous. 7 goals in the last 8 games versus the Panthers for Austin Matthews. See if he gets one here tonight. It's a 1-1 tie here. Off the draw, 1 here. And the Maple Leafs can't win the faceoff as it's sent back in by the Panthers. Tanev can't get it. Verhaeghe behind the net. He circles it around, but McCabe intercepts it behind the net. He'll flip it out of the zone out to center. Pass Marner. Matthews can't connect with a pass to McCabe. Verhaeghe, now to Forsling. Deflected back into the zone from center ice. Chris Tanev trying to get it. Barkov, now McCabe. Matthews on this drop pass by Marner. Here's Austin Matthews the other way. Shot! Wide of the goal. Nice, and it's deflected into the crowd. 41 seconds into the second period. A good chance by Austin Matthews the other way. The shot just missing wide, though. The ozone possession time in this game for the Maple Leafs, 121 tonight, and they rank 20th in the NHL, and they've been really bad in the ozone possession since November, basically. They've been in the 20s since November. So basically the whole entire season has been like that in ozone possession. Nylander behind the net. William Nylander looking on his backhand. Still wasn't a backhand. Now trying to go on his forehand and pass it to Tavares, but it gets knocked off the puck, and it's back into the Toronto zone as Ekman-Larsson tries to stretch it up. Nylander will deflect it back in. Kulikov will get it now. No icing here on the Maple Leafs, and a stretch pass off the boards to Samoskevich, who will just backhand it back into the zone. Rimmed around to the line, held in. Samoskevich, a one-timer, was fanned on, and Max Domi has his pass intercepted at center. Sent back in again by Lawton. A shot, save, and a big rebound in the slot. And no one was there. Offside on McMahon, and the Maple Leafs will take a whistle here. Minute and 33 in. To the second period, the shots are 11-8. The only shot coming to Toronto in this period so far. Still some physicalness here as Bennett got taken down along the boards near the benches. Minute and 33 into the second period. Still no score change here. But we'll probably see more in the later couple of minutes as it's Balinskis who will pass it across. Becomes a question to see in this game, will this be a high-scoring game? Or will this be more of a defensive game and you gotta just hold on to dear life with whatever lead you will get in this game? We will see if that becomes anything here. As here's McCabe the other way. He chips it through. He tries to get through. Balinskis pressured. McMahon trying to get it, and now it's Schmidt. Deflected back in. Stolar's out to play it. Rimmed it all the way around on his backhand and out to center. Lundell was trying to get it out of his reach. Riley found on the pass, but it's still connected. But it's back to Riley again. Brendan Carlo will send it back in from center ice. Rimmed all the way around the perimeter. Still loose in the corner. Holmberg trying to battle for it. Comes free for Kulikov. On his backhand, now Balinskis drops it off. Huge hit again. Sturm, Balinskis, behind him was the puck. Sturm will get it again. He shoots. Save. Rebound. What a save. Stolars. And some pushing and shoving right afterwards. Holmberg wants to get at it with Sturm. And it's going to be Greer who's going to be taken to the penalty box. Will this be a Toronto power play? That's the question. Good chance by the Panthers, though. Probably the best chance of the period so far. It was a deflection by Greer on net on Stolars. Greer gets a penalty out of this. And I'm not sure if we're going to be a power play or 4-on-4 or... We will see what the calls are, obviously. Just a huge scrum right afterwards. It's going to be a Toronto power play. So, the power play for the Maple Leafs gets a try here as a roughing call on Greer. Comes early on in the second period as Marner's shot from the blue line was blocked, and now a 2-on-2 shorthanded. It might be an odd man rush the other way. It's Sam Reinhart across, and it deflected away from the possession of Seth Jones. Marner gets pressured behind the net. Austin Matthews drops it back for Marner. He moves it up. From the blue line, he drops it off for Nylander. Nylander, 30 seconds of pass here on the power play. No entry here by Toronto yet. Matthews passes it across. Nice, trying to return it for Matthews into the slot. Could not connect, and it's cleared out of the zone by the Panthers. Stolar's out to play it behind his own net. Leaves it for Marner. 45 seconds and more have passed by on the hourglass. Nylander. It's Matthews. Drops it off for Nyes. Along the boards, goes back to the point for Marner. Sends it low for Nylander. Trying to center it. A shot on goal and a save made by Bobrovsky. Might have been blocked out in front. I don't know. It might have hit the pad. Here's Matthews moving in. Matthews in. A shot over the net. Just chipped wide of the net. That's probably the best chance to even get on goal. Kulikov will dump it in from center ice. They'll go for a line change. 30 seconds left to go. Marner. Now Ekman Larson. Power play unit number 2, I believe, is on the ice. Only one shot on this power play here for the Maple Leafs. Ekman Larson dropped it off for Domi. Yarncroke now back to Domi again. Back into the zone. Max Domi centered. No one was there. Along the boards, almost came free for Ekman Larson, who was wide open in the slot, and no one could find him. Power play is now over. Riley drops it off, sent back in by Chris Tanev. Rimmed all the way around, and it's cleared out of the zone. Chris Tanev will pass it back for McCabe. Oof. Deflected, and it's taken away here. Here's Verhaeghe. Chipped through Tanev. Verhaeghe splits a move without the puck, trying to get through some traffic of Maple Leafs players. Balinskis passes it across. Off the boards. Here's Verhaeghe's offside by a mile. 14:35 left to go in this second period. And some good chances. Marner with the pass to Matthews, wide open through the slot. He just chips it over the net and over the crossbar. And a very good chance to make it 2-1 Toronto. Just barely misses. Austin Matthews with a good chance there. And could not go for the Maple Leafs. It's going to be a face-off here in the Florida zone for the Maple Leafs. And Matthews will try to take the face-off here. Face-off. It's scrambled for, and it comes free for the Panthers. Held in by Carlo, though. Sends it deep into the corner. Kulikov gets hit by Marner. Matthews on his backhand will pass it back to Riley at the point, who will rim it all the way around and deflect it into the crowd. And out of play. Or deflected off the netting and out of play. And it might have been deflected or blocked out in front, so that's why it went into the netting. And that makes another whistle. Same. They have not changed the defense, but they've changed the forward group that is out there. It's now McMahon, Lawton, and Max Domi. Domi trying to get it. But it's taken away here by Mikkola. Almost held in by McMahon. It's sent back in from center ice. Rimmed all the way around. Bennett, the only goal scorer for the Panthers. Bennett trying to center it. He does for Samoskevich, and a save by Stolars. Huge save there by Anthony Stolars to keep the game leveled at 1. Huge chance there for the Panthers, and did not connect, or did not go in. Probably one of the best saves we've seen in the game so far, and it's a 1-1 tie. Carlo and Riley, the defensive pairing, which is new. Carlo coming from Boston on the trade during the trade deadline. A shot, save, rebound was lingering in the slot. No one could find it in red or white. Ekman Larson got taken down as he was entering the zone. And it goes back for Benoit, back of his zone. Deflected back, offside. 13:41 left to go in the second period. A 1-1 tie here in Toronto. We're back, everybody, here in Toronto, Ontario. Anthony Stolars was on that 2023-24 team with the Panthers, winning that Stanley Cup last year, and he had left, and he could not re-sign. I believe they could not re-sign him, and now Stolars the backup for the Panthers, and now he is potentially a starter here for the Maple Leafs, who has posted better numbers than Joseph Woll has. Off the face-off, one here by Matthews, sent back in by McCabe. Off the glass, goes back to the line for Chris Tanev, mishandled it, and here's Verhaeghe the other way. Carter Verhaeghe, he's denied by Stolars. Sent back in by Forsling. Stolars will play it on his backhand now to Tanev. Behind the net. Tanev with the puck. Tanev passes it across. McCabe will send it in. Seth Jones. Tavares now to Marner. Pass for Nylander. A shot, save! Tavares couldn't get the rebound. The other way, it's intercepted. Carlo. Now it's Morgan Riley. Deflected back in by Tavares into the corner. Yarncroke trying to get it. Pressured by Forsling. Bennett as well. Tavares, and now Rodriguez gets taken down. Samoskevich. Rodriguez passes it across for Forsling. Deflected back in. Samoskevich on the outside. Gets ridden off there by Carlo. Domi. And here's Morgan Riley the other way. Or pardon me, that's Lawton. Mikula gets crushed by Lawton in the corner. Rodriguez had lost his balance. Clears it out though. Bennett into the zone. Sam Bennett looking. Circles back. Forced out of the zone. Race for the puck. Benoit trying to get it, but Bennett beats him to it. That's going to be an interference too. He didn't even have the puck. And another Toronto power play. Ben is going to get a penalty here for interference. So, the Panthers are going to go on the penalty kill here with 12:03 left to go in the middle frame. Benoit was getting interfered with. And we'll see what this Toronto power play has in store for us. See if they can get the lead back that they had 2 minutes into the game. 7:57, an interference by Bennett. And a power play for Toronto. 16-10, the shots favoring the Panthers. Have 5 shots in the period. 3 shots for the Maple Leafs so far, but they have a power play here. Matthews at the point. Pressured. And it's cleared out of the zone by the Panthers. It was Sturm was pressuring him initially, and one of his teammates had cleared it out. Marner with the puck. Stick handling, drops it off. For Austin Matthews, the captain of this Toronto squad. Chips it across for Nyes. Matthew Nyes behind the net. Rims it around. Tavares, a backhander, went wide of the net. He tried to just send it low. Sturm will clear it out of the zone. Sturm has had a good shift here. Stolarz along the boards will play it for Marner. Pass back for Matthews. Matthews with the middle. Now to Nylander, who slows up at the blue line, stick handling with the puck. Nylander, he shoots! He just missed the net wide. And it rides all the way down the glass and off the boards and out to the zone. And a giveaway. Barkov waits, delays, and Stolarz had turned it over. Barkov's shot was denied. Dangerous play, and it almost costed them a shorthanded goal. McMahon into the zone. McMahon along the boards, gets ridden off along the boards. Still loose along the wall. Still fought for. It's jammed up along the boards. McMahon went down. Ekman Larson back to the line. A shot by Morgan Riley into the glove of Sergei Bobrovsky. With 10:32 left to go. In the middle frame. $10:32 left to go. Power play. 29 seconds left on it. We're 32 seconds away from being halfway through the game. Domi. A little bit of delay here on the faceoff. Some movement outside of the faceoff dot. Off the faceoff, won by Domi. Riley. Now to Ekman Larson. A shot was blocked out in front of the net. Huge block there. Yarncroke getting pressured by Lusterinen to the line. Ekman Larson held it in, sends it low into the corner. Domi couldn't handle the pass. It's held in by Ekman Larson, gets ridden off along the boards. Domi, and it's going to be a hand pass for Toronto. The faceoff is going to come out of the Florida zone. 11 seconds to go on the Toronto power play. We only had one power play goal, and it was the Florida goal to tie it up. Bennett, who is serving the penalty right now. One tie here. 10:14 left to go here in the second period. 11 seconds left to go on the Toronto power play. Morgan Riley passes it across for Ekman Larson, who sends it in deep. Rimmed it all the way around for Nyes. 4 seconds left to go on the power play to the line. Morgan Riley across for Ekman Larson. Deflected. Blocked out in front. Rebound. Matthews couldn't get it. Halfway through the game, and the power play is over. Boquist. And now it's Lundell. Lundell, he shoots, and a save on the glove side by Stolarz. The shot had slowed down on him, but he still got the save off. 9:53 left to go in the middle frame. And a good chance there, and it's stopped. 9:53 to go. We'll be back with more after this. We're back, everybody. 9:53 left to go here in the second period, and it's 1-1. Power play for Toronto had gone through, and it passed away, and it's just nothing happened on that power play. Some chances, but it just passed by like that. 9:53 left to go here in the second period. 17-10, the shots favoring. Off the draw, it's one here. Deflected back down the length of the ice for an icing on Toronto. And the face-off back in the Toronto zone. One tie here. All-time coaching wins in NHL history. Paul Maurice is out there with 909. And Scotty Bowman will never be beat. Scotty Bowman was a great head coach. Led the Red Wings to 3 cups. Retired in 2002 from head coach duties when he won the Stanley Cup for the Red Wings in 2002. And they beat Carolina in 5 games in the Stanley Cup final. Greer, as the Panthers win another face-off. They have been very good in the face-off dot here tonight. Sturm behind the net. Sturm still with the puck. He sends it back to the point. Schmid, he shoots. It was blocked. Rebound. Balinskis tries to get it now. Along the boards. The line. One-timer saved. Sturm along the boards. Goes back. Schmid onside, they say. Balinskis, he holds up and waits. To one-timer. Slowed down and deflected in a stop. And now some pushing and shoving right afterwards. It is Stolars that gets right in the face of one of the Panthers, and one of the Greer gets taken down by Benoit. Stolars is right up into his face. He didn't like it at all. He is still talking back at Greer. Oh my. A lot of tension in this one, for sure. Lot of tension. And it continues on. My goodness. Greer had continued to just push Stolars, and Stolars didn't like it at all. You just don't do that. 9:12 left to go here in the second period. We'll see if we get any penalties here. We're just going to continue on 5-on-5, maybe 4-on-4. We don't know yet. Benoit didn't like it. He just dragged Greer down to the ground. No penalties on that. And face-off one here by the Panthers. Again, a Samoskevich shot was blocked out in front. Stolars has made 16 of 17 saves tonight. He's been busy so far in the game, as Tanev will send it back in from center with less than 9 to go. Kulikov rimmed it around. Along the board, Samoskevich. It's Rodriguez still in the corner. It's Kulikov now who picks up the puck. Samiskevich. Now to Bennett. Bennett, he shoots and a save. Rebound still loose. Jamming, trying to get the puck. Goes back to the line and it's cleared out of the zone. Here's Nylander the other way, 1-on-2. Nylander holds up and he'll just dump it into the corner. And Bennett will pick it up. That save was off the tip of the glove of Stolarz. Carlo intercepts a pass. Ekman Larson. Carlo again. Off the boards. Deflected back in by McMahon. Kulikov, and now it's Domi who lays a little bit of a hit there. Matthews in the corner. Centered. McMahon. Save. Bobrovsky. Rebound. Matthews shot it wide. McMahon will get it again. Off his stick. Goes low for Domi. They've changed the lines here, actually. As it's centered out in front, no one was there. They've changed up the lines a lot. Domi was not on a line with Matthews, but now they've just shifted lines here. Berube trying to get some offense here out of this Toronto squad. They only have 11 shots. The Panthers have 18. Benoit still loose at the blue line. Matthews will pick it up. Matthews makes a move at center. Passes it across. McMahon will send it around. It's Marner now. Now to Matthews. Wraparound save. Rebound. Bobrovsky with a save as well. On the rebound. Verhaeghe couldn't clear it once. Now Reinhart helps him out and clears it up. It's Balinskis. Now to Barkov. Balinskis gets it back. And it's Marner the other way. Drops it off through the middle. Into the zone. Centered. Nyes. Passes in the back for Lawton. Lawton centered. No one could get it. Nyes will get it. Now to Domi behind the net. Domi off his skate. Centered. Still loose in the slot. Toronto's starting to get some offense here. Boquist the other way. Boquist gets taken down by Riley. Boquist looking. Boquist shoots off the crossbar. Barred down the wrong way. Lundell now to Boquist. Boquist on the outside. Boquist gets angled off by Tanev. And Riley, Nyes, almost turned it over and it's cleared out to center. Max Domi trying to get it. Boquist, and it's Lusterinen who couldn't get it. Kampf will send it back in. Shots are 18-13 in favor of the Panthers. And that one just ringing off the crossbar and out. Greer the other way. Greer. Into the corner, Holmberg. Sturm. Centered. Shot. Score! Mikkola! 2-1 Panthers. .6:04 left to go in the second. And Mikkola makes it a 2-1 lead for the Panthers. Their first lead of the night. What a centering pass from along the boards. And this is a 2-1 lead for the Panthers. Greer with the centering pass. Mikkola puts it in. What a wrist shot. Shoots it past Stolarz on the stick side of the blocker as well. And it's a 2-1 lead. So the Toronto lead that was 2 minutes into the game, that goal by Tavares has now been erased. And now the Panthers have the lead, Mikkola. And after it seemed like Toronto was going to get the next goal, Florida comes back the other way and makes it a 2-1 game. They also hit that crossbar earlier on before the goal, probably a minute or so before this goal happened for Mikkola. For the Panthers, they could have had a 2-1 lead already, but did not go. Panthers win this game. They are 4 points above the Maple Leafs in the Atlantic Division. In the top spot of the Atlantic Division, I remind y'all. Mikkola, Tavares, and now it's Kulikov. Picks up the puck, can't clear it out the zone just yet, and now it's cleared. Greer, past it, Bennett. On the outside, it's sent low for Bennett around the net. Maple Leafs trying to clear it, Lawton. Clears it out of the zone. Sent back in from center ice by McCabe. Lawton. Now McMahon in the corner. McMahon gets taken down. McCabe to the line. One-timer by Carlo, missed the net wide. Rebound shot save made. At 13:56, it was a goal by Mikkola, his 5th of the season, to make it 2-1. Carlo will slap it back in. It's But the Maple Leafs getting some shots on goal already after the goal. And it's sent back in by Samoskevich. There's a delayed penalty upcoming. It's going against Toronto and a power play for the Panthers. And that's a bad penalty to take. 2-1 Florida. Panthers power play coming up next. They're 1 for 2. We're back, everybody, and if you just saw that Boston score, that's insane. It's 5-3 now, or 4-3 in Ottawa, but the Bruins only have 7 or 9 shots on goal, which is insane, but they have 3 goals already in the game. Makes no sense, but hey, hockey doesn't make sense sometimes. Team could be dominating and still could lose a game. But a Panther power play about to happen here. Martin is going to be killing off this penalty with McCabe and Tanev. And Austin Matthews. See what they do here on this penalty kill. See if the Panthers can extend their lead. There's a little delay here. There's some ice built up along the boards. And that is why we have a little bit of delay here. Still, they're trying to fix it along the boards. There's ice just built up along the boards. And it continues to be that way. They're trying to fix it up here before we drop the puck again. Still trying to figure that out. See if we go to commercial or not. This might be a little bit more of a delay. See, we are probably coming back now. Like they have that figured out now, and let's see it. See the puck dropped again, and the Panthers power play that's already scored once tonight. They're 1 for 2 on the power play. Let's see if they can get something here and try to extend their lead to 2. No team in this game has extended their lead to 2. We'll see if the Panthers can do it here, but the Maple Leafs win the faceoff. McCabe will clear it out to the line and out. 3 shots at the power play here for the Panthers. They're 1 for 2 on the power play. Seth Jones behind the net. He surveys his options. Barkov gets it back. Tanev trying to get in the corner. Bennett. Barkov in the corner. Fighting for it. Bennett. To the line. Seth Jones. Bennett again. He shoots! And that might have rang off a little bit of a post. And might have been a good save there. Might have been deflected. I don't know. That was a good shot, though. Good chance for Sam Bennett. Let's see here. Yep, that went off. Oh, that went off the tip of the stick of Stolarz. What a save. You look at it in real time, you can't really see it. Off the face-off one here. It's, oh wow, that's a false start. Off the draw. Oh, false start off the draw there, and we're gonna have a reset here. 8 shots in the period for the Panthers, only 4 shots for the Panthers, 8 for the Maple Leafs. They have gotten the better shots and more shots than they did in the first period, but they haven't been able to convert. Maple Leafs won the faceoff and they cleared down the length of the ice. Bobrovsky out to play it. Lawton pursuing. Barkov drops it off for Seth Jones, who passes it back to Barkov. Bennett along the perimeter. Goes back to the line. Jones. Back to Bennett again. Across it goes. Samoskevich waits. He looks. Back to Jones again. Samoskevich along the boards again. Back to Jones again. Jones to Samoskevich. And it deflected off the stick of Holmberg and out of the zone as Jones will pick it up again. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Barkov, the captain. Bennett into the zone. Drops it off, or try to drop it off. It was tangled up along the boards. Still loose along the boards. Continuing the fight for the puck. Bennett to the line. Jones gets taken down by Lawton. Lawton trying to go the other way, but it's held in by Jones. Jones looking. Sends it low. In front. It's still loose. Samoskevich waiting. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Seth Jones looking. Samoskevich gets it back from Jones. Down low to Reinhart. In front. Bennett scores! Power play goal again for Bennett. And it's 3-1 Panthers. A nice hold by Seth Jones at the blue line. I thought Lawton was going to go the other way, but he somehow held it at the blue line. And then they cycle it around. Samoskevich sending it low for Reinhart. Bennett wide open in the slot. Puts it in for his second goal of the game. Both of them on the power play, and it's 3-1 Panthers. 2-goal game for Bennett. 2:47 left. That's a big goal for the Panthers. Their first 2-goal lead of the game. Deflected back in by Lundell. Stolarz off the boards. Settles it down for Riley. Ekman Larson. See if the Maple Leafs can respond here or the Panthers continue to add on to the bleeding for the Maple Leafs. 3 goals straight allowed by the Maple Leafs. Riley now to Domi. Domi will send it in from the center line. No icing. Mikkola. Tavares picks it away though. Tavares behind the net. Still loose. Trying to fight for it. Domi gets it free on his backhand to the line. Riley. He shoots wide of the goal. Sends it low. Tavares trying to get it. Kulikov pressuring. Nylander. A good response shift here by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Tavares, but Kulikov out-muscles Tavares, but it's held in. Tavares sends it low. Centering pass for Nylander out of the reach. It was poked away by Luostarinen. Nylander. Stick handling. Looking for an option. Matthews is on the ice. That pass for Matthews could not connect. Kulikov will chip it out of the zone out to center, but picked up here by McCabe. McCabe into the zone. Drops it off for Matthews. Matthews looking. He shoots. Deflected save. Rebound. Nice. Got a high stick there. Maybe got his shoulder maybe. Tanev could not hold it in at the line. Good response here by the Maple Leafs. They started to get some offense here. Slapped back in by McCabe. Mikkola. And that could not connect. And Lundell the other way for the Panthers. Verhaeghe. Pass across. Shot over the net for Rodriguez. Matthews the other way. Could have been a 4-1 lead there for the Panthers. Could not connect. Intercepted along the boards. Marner. He shoots. Saved by Bobrovsky. Steered into the corner. Nice. And it's cleared out of the zone. Less than a minute left to go in the second. Riley. Now to Marner. Marner. And the pass did not connect. It was intercepted by Jones behind the net. Camp pressured. Jones. Along the boards. Tanev gets it. Or he couldn't get it. It was a rolling puck. Tanner gets tripped down. No penalty. Holmberg moves it in. Poked off his stick. Kampf gets it now. Kampf centered. No one could get it. 24 seconds left to go. Camp in the corner. Camp along the boards. McCabe's shot was blocked out in front by Sturm. 13 seconds left to go. Holmberg gets the puck behind the net. 8 seconds to go. Camp. Holmberg centered. Tough angle shot hit the outside of the net. 2 seconds left to go. Holmberg couldn't center it. That ends the period. Good chance for the Maple Leafs before the period ended. But a 3-1 lead for the Florida Panthers going into the third. 2 goals allowed here in the second period by the Maple Leafs. Bennett scores another one on the power play. Mikkola gave the Panthers a lead. And then Bennett made it a 3-1 lead, pardon me. And we'll be back with more with our intermission report coming up next. back, everybody, for our intermission report, and let's go over the scores in the National Hockey League right now. These are the scores happening right now. 3-1 is our score here in our game, Florida and Toronto. Bruins, Senators, 5-3 Senators. That's a very good one right now. A lot of scoring in that one. Lightning, Tampa Bay, and the Flyers are out 3-2 over the Lightning. And this is one of the teams in the Atlantic trying to get in that top spot as well. If the Panthers and Maple Leafs start to drop some of their games later on in the season, the Lightning trying to crawl through, but they're in the third spot of the Atlantic Division. Blues are down 3-1 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're in a hunt for a playoff spot behind Vancouver and Calgary, and I believe Utah as well. The Ducks as well, I believe too. The Ducks have been decent, kind of mid. I don't know. They're close to a playoff spot, and I didn't even know it. Vegas is up 3-0 over the Columbus Blue Jackets right now at the moment, and a 1-1 tie in New Jersey. The Oilers and the Devils tied at 1. The Rangers and the Wild are scoreless, and then Ovi in Los Angeles trying to score. He's 9 goals away from doing it. Sharks and Blackhawks, you know this is going to be the tank. At the Shark Tank. It's going to be the Tank Bowl at the Shark Tank. Yep. It's ridiculous. Let's go over the stats in our game. And 3-1 Florida. They added on 9 shots in the second period. The Maple Leafs with a lot of shots in this period. 10 shots. Stats are 10-9 in favor of the Maple Leafs after... or 10-9 in the second period, but the Panthers have 2 goals in the second period and making it a 3-1 lead. And let's go over the goals here. Mikkola at 13:56 came in the later stages of this second period, made it a 2-1 lead. Look at this play here. Moving through Greer, and he sent it into the corner. And a great centering pass for Mikkola, who puts it in on the wrist shot to make it 2-1. Greer with the assist, and it's 2-1 Panthers, their first lead of the game. Bennett on the power play makes it 3-1, his second goal of the game at 17:13. A late goal here in the period, and Bennett puts it in, and that's 3 straight that Toronto has allowed here in the game. And Reinhart and Samoskevich with the assists on the goal. And it's a 3-1 lead due to that. Shots are 20-17. Let's look over the goals again. Tavares scored at 2 minutes. His wrist shot, 1-0. I thought it was a one-timer, but apparently not according to the NHL website. And just a great pass by Nylander, who has been noticeable tonight. Probably been one of the best Leafs out there tonight. Matthews had 1 chance, chipped it over the net on the power play. This is Bennett's first goal here at 17:51. He has scored late in periods in both the first and the second, and been crucial ones as well. So Samoskevich, two assists tonight. Reinhart as well. And that Reinhart, Samoskevich, and Bennett power play unit has been done very well. That power play unit has done well. 2 power play goals on 3 opportunities. The penalty kill has not been the best for the Maple Leafs tonight. 0-for-2 on the power play of the Maple Leafs. 29-17 the hits favoring the Panthers. 10-7 block shots favoring the Maple Leafs. 12-5 giveaways favoring the Panthers. And the takeaway is 2-0. Faceoffs are even at 50%. Ottawa and Boston. It was 4-2 Ottawa. 9 minutes left to go. A slap shot deflected wide, and then Gaudette scores to make it 5-2 at the moment. Bruins make it 5-3, and make it a game again. Flyers wide open. Great move, and a great goal for the Flyers in the third period. They're up 3-2 over the Lightning. New Jersey and Edmonton in the Rock. A giveaway at the blue line. McDavid to pass it across to Draisaitl, who extends his point streak to, I believe, 16 games, and makes it a 1-1 tie. In Columbus, Hurdle, the pass, the goal, 3-0 in the third. And the Blue Jackets are down big time here. Penguins and St. Louis Blues. They had Jason Spezza. They had Spezza in the box, I guess, to commentate, and it's 3-1 Penguins in Pittsburgh. We'll be back with the third period coming up next. Our intermission report comes to a conclusion here tonight. We'll see you when the third begins. We're back, everybody. Third period about to start here in Toronto, and the Maple Leafs down by 2. And the Maple Leafs trying to make a comeback here. And recently, the Panthers went to the Hall of Fame to put the Stanley Cup ring in the Hall of Fame. Matthew Tkachuk is there. He's still out with injury. Reinhart, Barkov, and Bill Zito and Paul Maurice were there in the Hall of Fame. Matthew Tkachuk still injured. He was on one talk show, Johnny Fallon, something Fallon. I forgot the name of whoever that is. Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon. That was what it was. Jimmy Fallon. He was on Jimmy Fallon for some reason. Yeah, for the Four Nations face-off. That's why. Face-off is won here, and Barkov wins the face-off, sent back in by Forsling. Rimmed all the way around. McCabe trying to get it, gets taken down. Reinhart gets it now off the turnover. Goes back to the line, held in with a skate. Jones a shot, deflected, save made by Stolars. Barkov along the boards, rimmed it all the way around. Verhaeghe. Tanev couldn't get it. Nye's trying to clear it. Passes it for Tanev. Tanev had some trouble. He had to go back. Can tell he's kind of rusty here. He hasn't had the best game. McCabe. Barkov behind the net. Rimmed it all the way around. Matthews will flip it up into the air and out to center. Settled down. Forsling to Jones. Jones looks. Passes to the cross, and it's sent back in by Kulikov from center ice. Rimmed all the way around Bennett. Rodriguez, and now it's Tavares. Off the boards and off the glass by Yarncroke. Rodriguez, not a Bennett. Drops it off. Samoskevich in shot. Glove saved by Stolars. Good save there to keep the team within 2. Not the best night for the Maple Leafs, but Stolars has had a pretty good night, in my opinion. He's let up 3, but I feel like most of those goals were not his fault. I felt like more bad defense more than anything on those. And another face-off here in the Toronto zone. Bennett won the face-off. One-timer by Kulikov just went over the crossbar. Kampf. Now picked up here by the Maple Leafs off the boards by Lawrence. Mikkola, the goal scorer who made it a 2-1 lead. Sent back in by Samoskevich. Ekman Larson behind the net. Passes it up for Kampf, who makes a move at center. Makes almost 2 moves, but it's poked away, and Benoit will have to go back. He passes it for Ekman Larson. Stretch pass deflected away, and picked up here by the Panthers. They go the other side. Rimmed it all the way around. It was Schmidt who rimmed it all the way around, and Ekman Larson in the corner. Along the boards, in the corner still, comes free Holmberg. Holmberg trying to clear it. Schmidt took him down, shot, delayed, penalty upcoming. Schmidt's going to take a penalty here, and it's going to be a 3rd power play here for the Toronto Maple Leafs trying to get back in the game. They need one here for sure. Big chance here for Toronto. Holmberg just got crushed by Schmidt. He didn't even have the puck. Holmberg just, I believe, a boarding or an interference is what I'm going to think what the call is. Maybe even a roughing. But we'll see here. It's going to be a holding every other penalty I called. You have got to be kidding me. I call every other penalty except for holding. My goodness. And this is this is what maybe Toronto needs off the faceoff. 1, Nylander to the line, Marner, a shot deflected, still loose in the slot. Matthews held in by Tavares along the boards. To the line, held in by Nylander. One-timer faked. It was Marner. He passes it for Tavares. Nylander to Matthews, back to Nylander again. He shoots. Save Bobrovsky. No rebound on that shot. But a good chance as they were hot potatoing it, I guess you could say. Giving it back and forth, give and go. Save by Bobrovsky. Off the face-off one, Matthews. Marner. Marner looking, passes it across. Tavares' shot was blocked out in front. Nylander along the boards. To the line, Marner. Back to Nylander along the half boards. Nylander sends it low, nice. Centered! No one could get in, it's cleared. Marner will have to go back the other way. Stolar's out to play it, passes it for Marner. Between the circles. Now some speed, he drops it off for Matthews. Austin Matthews, the captain. They really need to convert on this power play. Knies will go back to the point for Marner. Marner makes a move on Lundell. Marner, pass across for Matthews in the circle. Back to Marner. One-time pass for Nylander. Back to Marner again at the blue line. A shot off the post! Tavares to Marner. Goes for Matthews, looking. Matthews to Marner. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Marner in the circle. Tavares couldn't get the centering pass. Now to Nylander, a shot off the post, I believe, again. Might have just shot wide. Nylander, nice. Marner, looking, sends it low for Nylander, and the pass couldn't connect. Nylander along the board, sends it across for Matthews. Austin Matthews along the boards. Pressured to the line, held in. Shot, deflected, save, Bobrovsky. With 14 seconds left to go. Good chances by Toronto, but cannot convert. The post here was a deflection, I believe, or might have been clean. It was Marner with the shot from distance. Deflected by Tavares and hit the post. If that wasn't deflected, I believe that was going in. 14 seconds to go on the power play. Domi against Sturm. Cleared out of the zone by the Panthers. Is slapped all the way down the length of the ice. Good chances, but they're going to be 0 for 3 on the power play. Toronto. Ekman-Larsson through the middle with some speed. He moves in. Ekman-Larsson will circle back and he will rim it all the way around. Seth Jones trying to pursue the puck from McMahon. He sends it. Domi centered. Deflected away. Riley will get it. 2 shots on the last power play for the Maple Leafs. McMahon couldn't receive the pass. Had too much steam on it. Riley passes it across. And here's Domi. Domi moving in. Max Domi, a shot. He scores! Max Domi, a bad line change by Florida. And it's a 3-2 game. And that's the break Toronto needed. A bad line change by the Panthers. Max Domi was wide open and puts it in on the glove side of Bobrovsky, and it's a 3-2 game. Just a clean shot, beats him clean. Bad change by the Panthers, and with 15:34 to go in the third, it's a 1-goal game. Reignites this crowd here in Toronto on the 20th shot for the Maple Leafs in the game. They get within 1. A little bit of a delay on the face-off here. And now it's a game again. 3-2. The lead for the Panthers. But Toronto has gone within 1. Max Domi. McCabe passes it across as the Maple Leafs won the face-off. Tanev, Marner. Marner. Matthews now to Knies. Knies into the zone. Sends it in from the blue line. The Maple Leafs within 1 and the crowd back in it. Along the boards jammed at. Still loose. Barkov can't clear. McCabe held it in. Backhand pass into the corner. Balinskis. And it's cleared out of the zone. Max Domi with his 5th of the season at 4:26. Yarncroke and Ekman-Larsson with the assists. And it's a 3-2 game. McCabe. Deflected back in. Lawton trying to get it. Behind the net, Tavares, or Nylander, pardon me. Tavares now gets it, or try to get it. Kulikov, and now it's Bennett. Bennett the other way. Now to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a shot. Save made. Rebound shot. Fanned on it. Wow. Turnover. Rodriguez to Bennett. Bennett trying to go for the hat trick. Ekman Larson with the puck now for the Maple Leafs. Nylander will send it back in. Mikkola pressured by Tavares behind the net. Tavares trying to get it. Still loose. Samoskevich to the line. Held in. Can't clear it. Tanev. Deflected save. McMahon with the deflection out in front. Rodriguez. Shot back in. Tanev pressured. Riley helps him out. McMahon trying to clear it. He does. Will it be icing? No, it's waved off by the linesman. Balinskis. The other way come the Panthers. Shot. Blocked. Vokvist. Yeah. Into the zone. McCabe to Domi. Domi to the line. Bad pass for Lawrence. He still gets it through. McCabe shot it over the net. Lundell. Now it's Schmid. Lusterinen pass across. Sent back in on goal. No icing. Stolars passes it across. Holmberg knocks it down. Holmberg now to Lawrence on side. Sends it in the corner. Camp trying to get it now to Holmberg in the corner. Pressured by Forsling. Still loose in the corner behind the net. Battling for it. Camp. Not a Holmberg who rims it all the way around. Carlo along the boards. Shot it across. Go Leafs, go chance here in the building. Holmberg behind the net. Wraparound save. Greer will clear it out of the zone. Ekman Larson. Lawrence will send it back in. Bobrovsky slows it down and leaves it for Forsling. 12.5 to go here in the third period. And Toronto has all the momentum right now. They're feeling it. McCabe. Intercepted pass by Verhaeghe. He knocks it into the Toronto zone. Barkov pursuing. Tanev trying to get it. Barkov passes it for Verhaeghe. Or Reinhardt, pardon me. Shot by Verhaeghe in the circle is blocked out in front by Matthews. Tanev. Marner on his backhand clears it out of the zone. Will that be an icing? No, it won't. Didn't have enough on it. Kulikov off the glass. Riley will get it now. He passes it across to his defensive partner, Carlo. Riley back to Carlo. And it's chipped back into the zone from the red line. Mikkola. Carlo went for a change. Nylander trying to get it to the line. Rimmed all the way around. Nylander trying to get in the corner. Still loose in the corner. Fighting for it. Comes free. Samoskevich gets it free for Rodriguez, who chips it into the zone. Riley will get it away from Rodriguez, though. Riley circles back. Here's Tavares the other way for the Maple Leafs. 2-on-2 crossing the line. John Tavares passes it across for Nylander, poked off his stick by Bennett, who has had a good game. 2 goals in the game. Lyon from the side of the net. Center. Nylander couldn't center it. Nylander getting hooked there. No penalty. Benoit. One-timer. Ekman Larson just shot it wide. Might have hit the post. Lyon to the line. Ekman Larson. A shot over the net. Shots are now 24-23 in favor of the Maple Leafs. That's going to go all the way down for an icing. Panthers ice the puck. They can't change. 10:39 left in the third period. And it's a 1-goal game, and it's an icing here by the Panthers. Max Domi, the difference of this third period, has Toronto within 1. Ty Domi in the building, loving it. Gives a thumbs up. I'm still thinking when he fought that fan in the penalty box in Philadelphia. Years back, Ty Domi. He had a lawsuit actually in that with the fan, and he took him to a Maple Leafs game and some vacation or whatever, and the lawsuit was dropped. And Harry Neal, when the commentators for that game, they just watched the lawsuit, McCabe's shot, deflected, save, nice! Still loose, Bobrovsky makes a huge save. 10:31 to go. Domi makes it a one-goal game for the Maple Leafs. It's 3-2 Florida. We're back, everybody, with 10:31 left to go in the third period. The Maple Leafs within one. The deflection here by Nyes, and then the rebound denied. Huge saves by Bobrovsky. I almost said Barkov for some reason. I don't know why. My mind playing tricks on me, and words just coming out of my mouth. 10:31 left to go in the third. Ekman Larson on the face, or Tavares. Ekman Larson now, and it's Riley. Shot, glove, save. Bobrovsky from the boards. 10:26 to go. Oh, boy. Been a rough game for me. Oh, man. $10:26 left to go in the third period. Lundell. Face-off dot against Tavares. On the right side of Bobrovsky, the face-off won here by the Panthers. Mikkola off the boards will move it up. Luostarinen gets intercepted. Sent back in by the Maple Leafs. Chipped into the corner. Kulikov out to play it. Lawton couldn't glove it down. Boquist couldn't get it. Here's Lawton. Lawton now to Tavares. Tavares slows back. Tavares sends it low for Lawton. Riley across. Nylander couldn't receive the pass. Less than a period to go here in the third. Riley will rim it all the way around. Barkov trying to get it. Still loose. Flipped out of the zone and cleared out of the zone. McCabe will chip it back in. Forsling gets it. Gustav Forsling couldn't clear it. Austin Matthews' shot was wide of the net. Tanev rimmed it all the way around. Nyes was trying to get it along the boards. Forsling, Reinhart, and is moved up here by Verhaeghe. Carter Verhaeghe left wing. Into the zone. Verhaeghe across. One-timer. Save Stollards. McCabe, a huge save. Remember that if Toronto ties it up. Matthews had some trouble when Reinhart was pressuring him. Benoit, 9 minutes left to go in the third. Benoit will send it in from center ice. Bobrovsky out to play it. Out of the zone. And Domi, the latest goal scorer, will move it up for Benoit. McMahon. Bennett. Pass across. And here come the Panthers the other way. Evan Rodriguez into the zone. Right wing. Turns back. Shot towards the net from the boards is blocked out in front. Heavy traffic in front of the net. Schmid will rim it all the way around. Yarncroke. Deflected up into the air. Still loose. Gadjevic trying to get it. Riley. Carlo. Riley again. Yarncroke will pass it back for Riley. Carlo chips it off the boards. It's going to be no icing. Waved off. 8 minutes left to go here in the third period. Shots are even at 24. Been a high shot game. 48 shots combined in the game. Tanev, we haven't had a whistle in a while. Probably like the last 2 minutes of the game clock. Rimmed all the way around. Tanev. Gadjevic, and now it's Lawrence. Lawrence circles back. Passes it into the middle for Holmberg. Pass across. Here's Ekman Larson. A shot blocked out in front of the slot. Ekman Larson centered and couldn't connect for Lawrence. Camp couldn't hold it in. Camp actually got a high stick there. No call. Here's McCabe the other way, trying to get through. Chip to the blue line, not out. McCabe trying to get it, getting interfered with a little bit there. Forsling will move it up. Here's Jones, drop pass for Lusterinen. And picked up here. Lawton, pass across. And it's sent back in. Tavares couldn't hold it in. Nylander as well. Less than 7 to go in the third. Huge hit along the boards. There's a whistle here. Is there a penalty upcoming? I don't believe so. Benoit goes kind of flying into the Panther bench. 6:53 left to go. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody, with 6:53 left to go here in the third period of play. In Toronto, Bennett's the difference on the power play. That's made it 3-1. Badomi got it back 4 minutes into the third period to make it a 3-2 game. And with 6:53 left, the Toronto Maple Leafs trying to tie it up. Face-off one outside the blue line of the Toronto zone by the Panthers. Jones, now to Reinhart. Reinhart left wing will dump it into the corner for Hagee. Trying to get it. Barkov. Alexander Barkov. And now it's intercepted by Marner. Tanev having some trouble with the puck. And now they move it up for Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner trying to get through 3. Mitch Marner trying to slide his way through. Picked up here by the Panthers, though, and Reinhart will chip it on his backhand all the way down. No icing. Just had enough on it to make it not icing. Tanev avoids pressure from Bennett. No icing. Kulikov rimmed it around along the boards. Still loose along the boards. Yarncroke cleared out of the zone out to center. It's Riley. Sent back in by Samoskevich with 6 minutes left to go. There's going to be a whistle here. And it might have been offside, I believe, with 6 minutes left to go in the third period. See what Berube does here in the next couple of minutes here. See what Toronto does. Domi outside of the Florida blue line against Bennett. Domi wins the face-off, Riley, and it's dumped back in by Toronto right into the crowd. 5:56 left to go, and that wasn't intended for sure. Oh my. That's something. Yep, that's one way to dump it in. Don't even dump it in, just dump it into the crowd. 5:56 left to go. 5:56 left to go here in the third period. Shots are even at 24 off the faceoff. One here. And it's sent back in by Rodriguez. He got it back. His shot sticked away there by Stolars. Rodriguez will get it again in the corner. Evan Rodriguez in the corner still. Samiskevich on his backhand. Along the boards, backhander on goal was blocked out in front. Still loose. Rodriguez trying to center it off the blocked shot there. Samiskevich save. Stolars. Good shift by the Panthers, wasting some time here for the Maple Leafs. Could be some time to try to tie this game, and it's being wasted here. But now the Maple Leafs is in possession. It's Carlo with the puck between the circles. Pass across for Benoit. Goes back for Carlo. Not a Benoit. Benoit will send it back in. Cleared out of the zone by Seth Jones. 5 minutes left to go here in the third period. It's getting to that time for the Maple Leafs. Trying to tie this game at 3. Deflected into the crowd and out of play. With 4:51 left to go here in the third. We'll be back. 4:51 to go in the third, and it's a 3-2 game in favor of the Panthers. We're back, everybody. 4:51 left to go here in the third period, and it's a 3-2 game in favor of the Florida Panthers, and we'll see when Berube will pull the goalie. 4:51 left to go, and will we see a goalie pull around 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes? Depends on how Toronto can enter the zone, or maybe they get a good shift here. Maybe they can pull the goalie sooner. Seth Jones behind the net, backhanded around for Forsling. He moves it up and passes it, and sent back into the zone. Barkov. Reinhardt trying to get it from Tanev. Matthews had passed it for Lawrence. McCabe chips it in from center ice. Seth Jones pressured along the wall. Matthews. Nyes. Along the boards. Matthews behind the net. Looking centered shot. Marner right into the glove. Chipped into the glove of Bobrovsky. Didn't have much of a shot away. Getting to that point of the game where it gets really stressful. This is what makes hockey really great. You don't know what's going to happen. Will we see a tying goal? All the tension, all the build-up. Toronto needs one to go into the net to tie this game up. And we will see a potential overtime looming here. Riley icing on the Panthers with 4:06 left. .406 left to go in the third period. 3-2, Florida leading it. Tavares can win the faceoff. And a reset here. 4:06 left to go. Off the faceoff, one, Nylander. Nylander looking from the blue line. Lost the handle of the puck. And out to center it goes. Ekman-Larsson. 4 minutes left to go. Third period. Riley will send it back in. Rimmed all the way around Bobrovsky. Rodriguez played it off the boards for Bennett. Now to Kulikov. Samaskevich into the zone. Shot in wide of the net. Bennett to Samaskevich behind the net. Riley trying to get it away from him. Tavares, and now it's Ekman-Larsson in the corner. Has to circle back. Pressured. 3.5 to go. See if we see a goalie pool here. Riley. Still behind his own net. Past it. McCabe. Now it's Lyon who slaps it back in. They're probably going to wait until the big guns get back on the ice. Nylander, Marner, Tavares, and Matthews maybe. We'll see. When they see that extra attacker. No icing here. As Yarncroke beat the icing call. Verhaeghe will dump it back in. Wide of the goal. Less than 3 to go in the third. Tanev lost control and he gets it back. 2:45 to go. Chipped back into the zone again. To the corner it goes Mikkola. To the line, Nylander held it in a shot wide of the goal. Kulikov can't clear it. Ekman-Larsson rimmed all the way around Matthews. Reinhart trying to get it. Gets taken down in the corner. 2:20 left to go here in the third period. It's Bennett. Bennett will flip it out to the blue line. Kicked alive for Ekman-Larsson, but Bennett will take it away. Nylander got taken down. No penalty. Carlo, 2:10 left to go, and still no goalie pool. Stolars trying to signal to them to go up the ice. They're going to get the big guns out now. This is when they're going to pull the goalie. 2 minutes left to go. Third period. The Maple Leafs trying to tie it late in Toronto. Marner sends it low into the corner. Empty net at the other end. Lundell clears it out of the zone. Marner will pass it back. Riley chipped it back into the zone. Jones trying to get it away from Tavares. Into the corner it goes. Jammed along the board still. Lundell will clear it out to the zone, and Riley will have to reset it. 1.5 to go. Maple Leafs need a set up here. Marner will slow back down. Nylander to Matthews. He fanned on the shot. Matthews will get it again to Nylander at the point. 80 seconds to go in the game. Marner to Matthews. Holds up the one-timer, and a shot was denied by Bobrovsky with 1:16 to go. And we'll see if we get a timeout here or not. Matthews with a chance, and he just fanned on it. That might have been it. That might have been a good chance to tie this game up. You know, Matthews' release is great. And then he had the other chance of the circle, and not really a good chance there. Matthews knew that might have been it. 1:16 to go, and the Maple Leafs take a timeout here and see if the Maple Leafs can tie it up. 25-24, the shots favoring the Florida Panthers. They have the lead still. They only had 5 shots in this period. 7 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the Maple Leafs have gotten the shot advantage on goal, but they haven't been able to convert on their opportunities. This is the moment you need to convert on your opportunities here. Empty net. 6-on-5 advantage for the Maple Leafs, but they have no goalie at the other end. Florida can ice it if they just can score an empty net goal. Tavares on the face-off dot. Needs to win it for the Maple Leafs to set up. Tavares can't win it. Rimmed all the way around. Nylander trying to hold it in along the boards. Reinhart trying to get it away. Nice. Now to Tavares. Lost the handle in the corner. Deflected over the glass. No, it's not out of the zone. Ekman-Larsson squared out of the zone. Bennett was trying to go for that empty net. Turned it over to Barkov with Nylander. They have to go back. 53 seconds left. Moved up. Tavares will backhand it. Trying to send it in deep. Could not. Empty net. Try. And it's blocked out in front of the net. Ekman-Larsson. 40 seconds left. Maple Leafs came and get a zone entry. Nylander off a bounce. Ekman-Larsson sends it around. Matthews. 30 seconds left to go. Tavares in the corner. Couldn't get it. Reinhart off the glass to Ekman-Larsson. A shot was blocked and it gets leveled by Bennett. 20 seconds left to go. Tavares trying to re-enter. Offside on the Maple Leafs with 17.5 left. They haven't been able to get anything going, and this game might be gone. Great defense by the Panthers, though. They have limited the chances for the Maple Leafs in this last minute or two. They haven't been able to. They haven't even been able to enter the zone. Panthers know how to play in these positions. They have played Game 7 and all that stuff. Matthews has been out there for almost 2.5 minutes. He needs to win the faceoff, and then they need to get something quick if they want to tie this up. 17.5 left to go in the third period. Matthews trying to win the faceoff. Here's Marner. A pass across. It was intercepted. 12 seconds left to go. Loose in the circle. Empty net. Try. Blocked out in front. 5 seconds left to go. Not a good pass. Empty net try was blocked. The Florida Panthers hold on and win it 3-2 over the Maple Leafs. Bobrovsky huge in this game, and the Panthers have a 4-point advantage on the Maple Leafs in the Atlantic Division. What a game. Just like that Florida-Toronto series not too long ago in 2023, this was a very good one, a very entertaining one, and we hope you liked it as much as we did, unless you're a Maple Leafs fan or a Florida fan that's loving it right now. But if you're a Toronto fan, you're not loving it as much as some people are loving it. Not sponsored by McDonald's. So that ends it. The game-winning goal by Bennett at 17:13 of the second period. 2 power play goals by Florida put the Toronto Maple Leafs into a coffin. 3-2. Florida wins it. And that's going to be the end of our broadcast here tonight. I'm Max. Thank you all for watching and supporting us. We'll have more broadcasts coming up on the main channel pretty soon. Spring break's coming up, so expect some more broadcasts soon. We'll see you next time, though. I'm Max. Good night, everybody.